Corey Taylor here. Hey, just got back from a great conference in Long Beach, California for the Perform Better Summit. I was so honored to be a presenter there, to touch so many coaches and trainers from around the world live, give them a little bit of taste of knowledge, what I have to offer from a performance coach standpoint on speed and agility. And it went really well. I'm pretty excited about that. And something that I have a passion for is to be able to touch people's lives and be able to share and then people to inspire and uplift others and to be able to help them see their vision a lot more clearly than sometimes it's hard and to see that yourself and sometimes you need that lighthouse to help you see you on the way during your journey. But today I'm going to talk about, I know Ryan and I had last talked to you about motivation, and today I want to talk a little bit about your why. And for me, it's kind of a special thing to kind of talk about for me. For me, my why has changed over the years. When I first started, really kind of understanding my why, I come from a single parent home, a kid with a learning disability who struggled academically through school. Only had one parent there during parent-teacher conferences. Whenever there was any activities, my mom was always there. She never let me down. But even though she was always there, she was my support, she was my rock, she was everything, I still had insecurities. I still had anger issues from my dad not being around and things to standpoint. So my why for a long period of time was that chip on my shoulder that I carried for a long time. It was, it was to prove everybody wrong. That a son who came from a single parent home or a mom who had him at 16 that I could make it and I could be successful and I could have success, and I wasn't going to be pigeonholed in what society wanted me to be, and so that chip on my shoulder was my why for a very long time. I wanted to make it in the NFL. I wanted to go to college and on a scholarship. And I wanted to be one of the best running backs in high school, at my high school, at Trinity High School. And, I accomplished all those things along the way. Now, did I have a successful, sustainable NFL career? No, injuries got in the way. But I wasn't even supposed to make it. My high school coach told me I'd be nothing more than a Division III football player. So to get a full ride to University of Connecticut out of high school, I already beat those odds, but because of that chip on my shoulder that I had, that was my why, to prove everybody wrong, and that was a great thing for me, but also kind of got in the way in some things as well. But as I got older and I've and I moved on in my life, as I started having more success in my career that I am now as a performance coach, as after football ended, and I started a new career as a performance coach and a trainer, my why changed. It had to change. For a long time, I still had that chip on my shoulder because I wanted to prove everybody that I belonged in this industry. And I still kind of carry that a little bit too. When I go to performance conferences and summits that I'm presenting in, and there's a lot of people who don't know who I am, and sometimes I feel like they should know who I am because I am one of the best in the industry. But in my mind, that's not the case. So sometimes I had to tone it down, and I still have to tone it down a little bit. But as I've gotten older, like I said, and I've kind of matured, my why it turned into from my chip on my shoulder to my family and my kids, and to make sure that they have a stable home and they don't have to worry about going to schools and I can afford to send them to private school if I want to. They don't have to worry about anything, really. They don't have to, and that they have always been my why. My wife only works on the weekends, so that helps out our situation to where she's with the kids throughout the week. They're able to get picked up from school. They had somebody there with them at home at night. Where when I came home from school, there was nobody there. I was a latchkey kid. I let my own self in from kindergarten. But that was our situation at my house growing up. My mom hustled and bustled and worked her butt off, and as a team, I had my role. But my kids don't have to live that life. But they are my why now. And Another thing, as things have changed for me, is the people at CTSP. My staff relies on me. They rely on me to make sure they get a paycheck every 2 weeks so they can pay their bills. My staff, they're my why as well. They're like my family. They're an extension of my family. I want to make sure they're taken care of. I want to make sure they have gear, and we have a great deal with Adidas. I'm going to make sure they have gear, make sure they're taken care of. I make sure that they're not struggling, but living comfortable, a little more comfortable than most. But I still want them to hustle and bustle, but I want to make sure they're taken care of. And then our clients. My clients are why. I don't want to ever let my clients down. Our clients are very important to me. They're very important to us as a team at CTSP, but I take it personal when a client leaves me and goes to another gym. Like, it hurts me for real. It really hurts me deeply because I want to make sure that they have a great experience, and I want them not to ever want to leave CTSP. But I understand how this industry is a revolving door. People leave, come and go, But I just know that the people at CTSP and my clients, all our adults down to our athletes and all the pro guys who've trusted and believed in me throughout the years, are really someone I don't want to let down. They're my why. I get up every morning ready to go, inspire them, and I want to touch their lives and give them the best hour and a half, or 2 hours, however long they're in the facility, the best experience of their day. And so that's how my why has kind of changed over the course of the years, should I say. And in my life, as I have matured as a person and as a man. So, when you're out there and trying to figure out what your why is and what that looks like for you, it can change over time. But one thing that's, I think is crucial is being committed to your why. Be committed to that purpose. And once you're committed to it, and when you hit adversity or hit pitfalls, you go back to that why. And you're like, okay, I know why I'm still on this journey. I know why I'm still pushing forward. I know why I'm climbing this hill. When it may be a mountain. But as long as you have a why established, it's easy to reset and keep pushing forward. So I wanted to share that why with you, my why with you, so you can have another understanding that even if you're in a place where you're not really sure what your why is right now, or you're struggling to figure out what that is, or maybe yours is changing, that's okay. That's part of the process. And no one said the process was easy. And I just think that as we talk about it through these series of talks that Ryan and I are putting together, that you can actually see that, hey, we're all in this together. We're all hitting the same road and journey. Some of this moving at certain faster paces than other, and all figure this out as we go. So I hope that helps a little bit, and I'm glad that I got a chance to share a little bit with you. I look forward to seeing y'all soon. And once again, greatness is a mindset, and mindset is everything.